Understand English, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes completely blank?
Yes, all the time.
You know the words, you understand movies, you understand YouTube videos, but when someone asks, "Can you say something in English?" Silence.
That is exactly me.
Then stay with us, because today we're going to talk about why this happens and how you can finally start speaking English with confidence. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back, everyone.
If you can understand English, but you struggle to speak, please know this. You are not alone.
And you are definitely not the only one.
Millions of English learners feel this way. They listen, they read, they understand. But speaking? That feels scary.
And frustrating.
Very frustrating. But today, we'll explain why this happens and what you can do to fix it, step by step, calmly, together.
Aisha, can I tell you something?
Of course.
Last week, my cousin introduced me to his friend. His friend asked me, "So, what do you do?" And I understood the question perfectly.
That's great.
But I froze. I knew the answer in my mind. I work from home. Simple, very simple. But I couldn't say it. I just smiled and said, yes.
Oh no.
We both stood there awkwardly. And later I kept thinking, why didn't I say it?
That moment is so common. And if you've ever experienced this, you probably felt embarrassed.
Very embarrassed.
But Omar, that moment does not mean your English is bad. It simply means your speaking skill needs practice.
So understanding and speaking are different skills.
Exactly. Understanding English is passive. Speaking English is active.
What does that mean?
When you listen, your brain only needs to recognize words. But when you speak, your brain has to think of an idea, find the right words, build the sentence, pronounce the words, and speak confidently, all in a few seconds.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. That's why speaking feels harder.
So if speaking feels difficult, that's normal?
Completely normal. Story number 1, the quiet student. Let me tell you about a student named Sarah. Sarah watched English videos every day. She understood almost everything. She could answer grammar questions, she knew hundreds of words, but when she joined a speaking class, she stayed silent.
Why?
Because she had trained her ears, but not her mouth.
That makes sense.
Speaking is important, but speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth needs practice too. Just like learning to drive. Watching driving videos helps, but eventually you must sit in the driver's seat.
That example is perfect. Reason number 1, you're translating in your head. I think this is my biggest problem. I think in Punjabi first, then I translate into English.
Yes, and that takes time.
Sometimes too much time.
Exactly. Imagine someone asks, "How was your day?" Your brain does this. Punjabi thought, translate, check grammar, choose words, then speak. By that time, the conversation has moved on. That happens to me every day. The goal is to think directly in English. Start with simple thoughts. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm happy. I need tea.
Tea is very important.
Always.
Reason number 2, fear of making mistakes. Honestly, I'm afraid of saying something wrong.
That fear is one of the biggest reasons people stay silent.
Because if I make a mistake, people might laugh.
Maybe, but most people won't. And even if they do, you are still learning.
I know that logically, but emotionally, it still feels scary.
Of course, speaking English can feel vulnerable. You are expressing yourself in a language you're still learning. That takes courage.
Beginner fear discussion. Sometimes I know the sentence, but I still don't say it.
Because your inner voice says, what if it's wrong? What if my pronunciation is bad? What if they don't understand me?
Yes, that voice is very loud.
And today, I want to tell every learner something. Mistakes are not proof that you are failing. Mistakes are proof that you are trying.
That's powerful.
Children make thousands of mistakes when learning their first language. Nobody says, "Stop talking until you're perfect."
That would be impossible.
Exactly. So don't demand perfection from yourself. Progress is enough.
Reason number 3. You don't practice speaking enough. I watch English videos every day. Isn't that enough?
It helps, but listening alone won't make you fluent.
So I need to speak out loud.
Yes, every day, even for 5 minutes.
To myself?
Absolutely. Talk to yourself, describe your day, read aloud, repeat sentences, shadow podcasts.
People might think I'm talking to myself.
You are, and that's a very smart thing to do. Story number 2, the supermarket moment. Let me tell you another story. A student named Ollie went to a supermarket. He wanted to ask, "Where can I find the milk?" He knew every word, but he stayed silent. He walked around the store for 15 minutes.
I've done that.
Finally, he asked. His sentence wasn't perfect, but the employee understood him immediately.
And that's what matters.
Exactly. Communication matters more than perfection.
Reason number 4. You try to speak perfectly. I want my English to sound natural.
That's a good goal, but if you wait until you can speak perfectly, you may never start.
Ouch.
Simple English is powerful English. For example, instead of, "I am feeling somewhat exhausted after work today," say, "I'm tired."
Much easier.
And completely natural. Common beginner mistakes. Let's look at some common mistakes.
This should be fun. He go to work.
Correct? He goes to work.
I agree.
Correct? I agree.
She don't like coffee.
Correct? She doesn't like coffee.
I have 25 years.
Correct? I am 25 years old.
Yesterday I go market.
Correct? Yesterday I went to the market.
I've said all of these.
And that's okay. Every mistake teaches you something.
What happens in your brain? So when I freeze, what is happening?
Your brain is overloaded. You're trying to remember vocabulary, use grammar, pronounce correctly, avoid mistakes, and stay confident.
No wonder I panic.
Exactly. That's why we simplify. Short sentences, simple words, one idea at a time. Start with small sentences. Don't try to say long, complicated sentences. Start with, "I'm hungry. I'm busy. I like this. I don't understand." Can you repeat that?
These are very useful.
And they build confidence. Repeat after me practice. Now let's practice together. Repeat after me.
Ready.
I can speak English.
I can speak English.
I am learning every day.
I am learning every day.
Mistakes help me improve.
Mistakes help me improve.
I do not need to be perfect.
I do not need to be perfect.
I just need to keep speaking.
I just need to keep speaking.
Beautiful. Practical daily speaking exercise.
What should learners do every day?
Try this 5-minute routine. Minute 1, describe what you see. I see a table. I see my phone. The room is quiet. Minute 2, talk about your day. I woke up at 7. I drank tea. I started work. Minute 3, talk about your plans. I will cook dinner. I will study English. Minute 4, talk about your feelings. I feel tired. I feel motivated. Minute 5, repeat useful sentences.
That sounds simple.
And simple is effective.
Think in English. How do I stop translating?
Practice thinking in English. When you wake up, think, "I'm awake." When you eat, "This is delicious." When you work, "I'm busy." When you rest, "I need a break."
Little thoughts.
Exactly. Small thoughts become natural speaking.
When I forget a word while speaking.
What if I forget a word while speaking? Use other words. For example, if you forget umbrella, say, "The thing I use when it rains."
That's smart.
Fluent speakers do this all the time. Communication is flexible.
Confidence section. Can I be honest?
Always.
Sometimes I feel like I'll never speak confidently.
I understand. Many learners feel this way. But confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence grows when you take action.
So first I speak, then confidence comes.
Exactly. Not the other way around.
That changes everything.
Every sentence you speak is a small victory, even if it's not perfect, especially if it's not perfect. Real-life examples. Let's practice real situations. At a coffee shop. I'd like a coffee, please. At work. I'm working on this project. On a call. Can you repeat that? With a friend. How was your day? When you need time, give me a second.
These are very practical. Small humor moment. Sometimes my brain leaves the chat.
Mine too.
Even in my first language.
Exactly. So if your brain freezes in English, welcome to being human.
How to measure progress. How do I know I'm improving?
Ask yourself, can I speak a little faster? Can I use more words? Do I feel less nervous? Can I express simple ideas?
So progress is not perfection.
Progress is comfort. Progress is courage. Progress is speaking anyway. Motivational moment. If you are listening right now and you feel discouraged, please hear this. The fact that you understand English is already a huge achievement. You have built a strong foundation. Now you're learning to use it. And yes, it may feel slow. It may feel uncomfortable. You may make mistakes. But every day you keep practicing, you are getting closer. Closer to speaking naturally. Closer to expressing yourself. Closer to becoming the confident English speaker you want to be.
And one day you'll say something in English and realize you didn't translate, you didn't panic, you just spoke.
And that moment will feel amazing. Final practice. Repeat after me one last time. I understand English.
I understand English.
And I am learning to speak it.
And I am learning to speak it.
I am improving every day.
I am improving every day.
I believe in myself.
I believe in myself.
And I will keep going.
And I will keep going. Today we learned that if you understand English but can't speak it, that is completely normal.
You need practice. You need patience. And most importantly, you need courage.
Speak a little every day.
Make mistakes. Learn. And keep moving forward.
If this episode helped you, please like the video.
Subscribe to the channel. And share this with a friend who understands English but is still afraid to speak.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Take care of yourself. Keep practicing, keep believing, and remember, your voice matters.
See you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.